Hey guys, I hope you're having a great Tuesday. It's Miss Wilden. I'm happy to see you, kind of. Some of you I will get to see at school tomorrow on the first day of school for Wednesday Friends. And then hopefully I can see some of you. Oh, there's the bell. I'll see some of you guys on Thursday too. Today I want to read you a story. You may have heard it before and you may not have, but it's one of my favorites. And what I'd love for you to do when I get done reading it is I would love for you to try to take an AR quiz. Woo! And if you don't want to take an AR quiz, that's fine. But I would love for you to try to log on to AR and make sure that your username and your password work. And if they don't, you can send me an email and we can figure it out and see what's going on so that you'll be ready, set, go when you get to school. When you punch in your password, I think it's important that you remember there's no AU. So when you do all your other passwords, they all have AU in them, but not your AR password. I know that's confusing and a little tricky, but you are smart people. You can do it. And so if you want to take an AR quiz on this, when you get done reading it, you totally can. If you have books at home that you want to take an AR quiz on, do that too. You can go to Google and type in AR Book Finder, and it will tell you all the books that are AR. It'll tell you the level, the points, and all kinds of good stuff. And it's AR Book Finder. If you just Google that, it'll take you to a fun website to show you, because you might have books at home. And remember, if you're at home, you can always go back and look for your text evidence to help you find the answer. And so you can read at home with your parents. You can read out loud to a brother or sister, your grandma, your grandpa, whoever you want to. So today, your goal when we get done today is to log on to AR, go to the school website, homeofthetigers.com, and once you get to Auburn School website, go to school links, click the little tiger, and then there is the blue pyramid that says Renaissance Place, but you know it stands for AR, and just log on and make sure you can get in, okay? And if you can't, email me, stephanie.wilden@logan.kyschools.us, okay? So let's read our story today. Big scary monster! Oh no, I'm so scared. I hope you're not scared of big scary monsters. On top of a mountain, not very far from here, there once lived a big scary monster. This monster was bigger and scarier than any other creature, and he knew it. Bigger and scarier. What do you think? All the other little creatures that lived on the mountain spent their days playing happily together among the small rocks and small plants. But the big scary monster was never far away, and suddenly, when they least expected it, what do you think he's going to do? Boo! Look, they take off running. His shadow's so big. As time went by, the little creatures learned to hide from the big scary monster. He soon got bored because he couldn't find anyone to scare. So when he would come around, all of the other creatures would hide, so they couldn't see him. And then that kind of made him feel bored. Like, man, what am I going to do? Nobody to scare. Kind of boring. He needs a new hiding place. Look at the turtles. One day, as he stood at the top of the mountain and looked down into the valley, he saw many other creatures playing happily in the valley below. And look at these letters, guys. They're in italics, and it lets you know this is what he's thinking. He doesn't say it because there's no quotation marks, but the italicized letters kind of let you know that's what he's thinking, and this is what he's thinking. I'll go down there and scare them, he said to himself. You think he's going to do that? They're all happy. So off he went down the mountain. But as he walked, a strange thing happened. Now remember, what do all the creatures do when they see him coming? They hide. But something weird happened today. The farther down he got, the larger the things around him appeared to be. The small rocks became big rocks. The small plants became big plants. And the little creatures that had seemed so small from the top of the mountain, what do you think they're going to seem like? Whoa, they were actually very, very big. And look, he was little. The big scary monster had never felt so small and scared in his life. What do you think happened? Why all of a sudden are the creatures so big and he seems so small? Oh, look, more italicized letters. Remember, that means he's kind of thinking this. I wish I was back on the top of the mountain with the little creatures and the small rocks and the small plants, thought the big scary monster. He found a big rock he could hide behind. Then suddenly, when he least expected it, boo! Ah! Somebody scared him. Back up the mountain, ran the big scary monster. The big plants became small plants. The big rocks became small rocks. And the little creatures were nowhere to be found. Oh, I see a little tail. I see them hiding. Do you see them hiding? Look. Who's scared now? Aw, the big scary monster felt so alone that he sat down and started to cry. Then suddenly, when he least expected it, oh, look at all the animals on the top. They feel so bad for him. He's crying and he's all alone. Boo! What happened? Oh my goodness. The big scary monster was so pleased to see the little creatures that he forgot all about being big and scary. From that day forward, that means from that time on, everyone became friends and played happily together at the top of the mountain. And can you guess what their favorite game was? Boo! Boo! Scaring each other is what I think maybe their favorite game was. And look at the end. He's got all his creature friends and he looks happy. Maybe you can try to scare somebody today and make their day a little silly. Okay, so I want you to try to log on to AR, okay? And I'll be looking to see if anybody could take a test on Big Scary Monster or any other books you have at home too. But if you can just log on and make sure your username and password work, that would be awesome. And if it doesn't, can you let me know? That would be great. I hope to see you guys really soon. I miss you. I love you. Stay safe. Mwah, mwah. Bye.